This was one of the worst conversations I think I've ever had in my entire life. I'm legitimately wondering, like, is there a new $2 million tax bracket? Percentage number go down. I don't know how else to say it. He doesn't know what a tax bracket is. What? This is such an unserious conversation. Oh my God. This interview finally got posted. Bro, I didn't go over this on stream, did I? I think I was already out of town. Oh my God. This guy is probably one of the most annoying people that I ever had a debate with. It was actually painful. This guy, did we watch this at all on stream? No. Okay. This guy is like a walking talking points machine. This was one of the worst conversations I think I've ever had in my entire life.
I just told you based on IRS data that
you told me based on an
2017 the IRS tax was reduced because
probably not. So for real quick, so for the people on the bottom, if you're making 15
comes down to immigration.
Biden passed so much massive legislation compared to Trump doing nothing.
The only thing I think that was good that Biden did was the CHIPS Act. I don't know any other policy that was beneficial for the United States. So
I mean, I would say the American Rescue Plan helped us significantly come out of the COVID.
Sure, I'll give you that. But that's about it.
I think that the Inflation Reduction Act I thought was it was nice to pass a bill that was actually deficit neutral over 10 years. I think that was nice. Compared to Trump passing tax cuts and destroying the budget more and more every single time he's in office, I would say it's nice.
What kind of tax cuts?
The Trump Tax Cuts and Jobs Act.
Yeah, who does that benefit?
Overwhelmingly wealthier people, but
how so?
Do you hear the dialogue tree? He's been doing this the whole debate. I have no problem following some because I generally I know the facts, so we can walk down wherever you want to go with it. But like, I didn't believe this guy. This guy just doesn't know how taxes work at all. I wasn't ready for him to be this stupid when we walked down this path.
Giving them a greater absolute and percentage deduction in the amount of income that they have to pay to the federal government.
Is that according to like IRS data or something?
I mean, it's to the way the law is written. When you have a reduction,
IRS data.
I don't know about IRS data, but if you look at the way that the tax brackets are adjusted, like the people who are going to save the most money are going to
see that reflected in IRS data.
I don't
need
IRS data to look at a marginal tax bracket table and see who's going to save more money.
Okay, so we had the 2017 Jobs Act or the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, right? That reduced the income brackets for all earners. You know what it was?
What reduced the
income brackets, like the percentage of the income earners pay.
Like comprehensively, I know that each bracket I think fell, but anywhere from like 2 to 3% or something, or 2 to 3 points.
Individuals earning between $15,000 and $50,000 a year received a tax break between 16 to 26%. Individuals between $50,000 and $100,000, which I consider the average American, got a tax break about 15 to 17%. And the higher you go, the lower it gets.
So for the bottom people, these people already are.
This sounds like a progressive tax cut to me.
Probably not. So real quick, so for the people on the bottom, if you're making
like he just memorizes like a talking point, but I don't think he has any idea. I'm sorry. I don't have to say I don't think. He really has no idea what anything he's saying means. It's actually crazy.
$15,000 to $50,000, your tax footprint is almost already zero for federal income tax. Okay. Number one. So that's a strange pairing of people to put together. Making $15,000 a year is significantly different than making $50,000 a year.
I mean, that's the income tax bracket.
Sure, that's fine, but
that's not the tax bracket. I don't know why. Well, I realized why he was saying this afterwards because he had like some random article from The Hill.
When you're talking about money saved, like the amount of money that the $15,000 a year person is paying in taxes is probably going to be quite a bit different than the $50,000, whether you're talking percentage or anything else.
Sure.
But the fact that there's a massive amount of money that is being returned to wealthy people that is hurting the federal by cutting tax brackets for people that are on the upper echelons of income.
Well, it's a progressive tax cut, right? So again, the 15,000 to 50,000 receive a 16 to 26, 50,000 to 100,000 receive 15 to 17%, 100,000 to 200 receive 10 to 12%. Above $1 million, they got 2%. And nobody making more than $2 million in terms of a household receive a tax break. They actually end up paying 2% more in tax.
How did you know?
Well, I don't even know what?
Now receive a tax break if the marginal tax bracket was reduced.
Because the individuals above 2 million weren't affected by that. It didn't affect those individuals.
That's news to me. What does that mean? So this is the only time in a debate, or it's very rare, but I actually pulled my phone out because he was so confident on this. I was like, wait, did they make a special like tax bracket for over $2 million? Did I miss? Because I don't even know where this 2 million number came from. I was like, I have never heard this in my entire life before.
They may benefit from it in corporate taxes if they're by that. It didn't affect those individuals. They may benefit.
I'm like, wait. I'm wondering, like, was there a new $2 million tax bracket? I just don't remember about it. Does this really happen?
From it in corporate taxes if they're, corporations or whatever the case may be.
Didn't the top tax bracket came down, no?
I'm telling you what I know based on IRS tax data, right?
What does
It
that
doesn't
mean?
make any sense if
This
you.
was 2017, right? Just to clarify.
2017.
If the tax
and
bracket
they
came down,
extended it till.
The tax bracket came down at the top, then it doesn't matter if you're making over 2 million or 10.
How are you making that claim?
Because I know how. Because I file my taxes.
Okay, so you make more than $2 million and you saw a reduction in your taxes?
Yes, of course. Because if the tax brackets are falling, then the income that you.
Well, again,
It was actually slightly under 2 million. I lied there, but
I just told you based on IRS data that
you told me based on an article you read, you're reciting me a number, but I'm just telling you that like that's not how
this is a
taxes work.
careful analysis of IRS data. You can fact check this later on the screen.
Do
or
you think
whatever
of the
case
majority
may
of
be.
the money
But
that
let me just
the
finish
majority
first.
of the money that wasn't paid?
Household
doing
he can't. He has to do his talking points. He absolutely cannot dynamically engage with any part of this conversation. He's actually so like he has talking points and that's it. I don't think he knows how taxes work. I think it would be interesting to be like, hey, let's just do a thought problem. Let's say that there are two tax brackets. From 0 to 50,000, the tax bracket is 10%, and from 50 to 100,000, the tax bracket is 20%. If somebody made $100,000, how much money would they pay in taxes? Let's just work that one out and see what they say if they can actually work through that problem.
Earners over $2 million did not see a tax reduction. Yeah, you're sitting here and telling me that you saw that. I'm asking you through how? Like, what loophole did you find?
It's not a loophole. It's just a reduction in your tax bracket.
Okay.
Is a reduction in the amount of taxes that you owe to the federal government. When the bracket goes down, you have to
Pay less
Either you don't
taxes.
make over $2 million or you're just lying because you got caught in a lie here.
Why is he had so much confidence when he said that, and I'm like, is he really just saying that? Is he really just trying to float the most confident lie ever in front of me without?
below the line or above the line deduction works. Have you ever filed taxes before?
No.
Okay.
I'm 29 years old. I don't file taxes.
Okay.
He's
Well, when you start
joking,
to
but
file
it's a
taxes,
stupid
you'll know
joke.
that when you apply the tax brackets to your AGI, to your adjustable gross income, the amount that you owe on that income is going to reduce.
I forgot liberals
based
don't
on-
understand humor. So
Oh,
I'll ask you again.
Humor.
Yeah.
Individuals with over $2 million household income, how did they
By
receive
what
the tax
mechanism?
bracket?
How?
Tell me, by what
How?
mechanism would they have been exempted from the reduction in tax brackets
Because
below
the
them?
income brackets that the act passed did not address the individual. Actually, it addressed the individuals making over $2 million, and they increased the taxes on them by 2%.
Like, what are you talking about? My mind is so. What? What?
What means?
That the tax bracket that they're in for the income of the household.
Went up?
So if they were paying previously 33%, now they're paying 35%.
That's
So
not.
you're telling me that if we look up the
I had
Tax
to
Cuts
look
and
him up. I
Jobs
was
Act
like-
tax bracket change
How about this? Did I get my
for the bracket, that the top one was increased?
look up. This is great. This is a nonpartisan source. You can look it up.
Use my phone.
As soon as I heard him say nonpartisan source, I immediately realized that he's about to have a news article, like an op-ed about like overall taxes paid, which is not what really we're talking about. But
Perfect.
I don't know what you're talking about. The tax bracket. Okay, I'm not sure I'm not crazy. If the tax bracket, if the percentage goes down, then you pay less tax.
taxes.
All right.
I don't know how else to say it. Number go down, percentage number go down, then that percentage effect go down. Overall number go down, right? Like I don't know what else to say. What you got to have some way to engage with me here, buddy.
Here, so you can make sure that this is a nonpartisan source for you. I know it's an opinion, Ed, but they cite
Then he gives me an op-ed from the Hill. What does this have to do with what we're talking
all
about?
of their sources, the careful analysis that they did on IRS tax data. How about we start on the fifth paragraph, and you can kind of read that for me.
Okay, well, so we have an article here saying a careful analysis of the IRS tax data, one that includes the effects of tax credits and other reforms of the tax code, shows that filers with an AGI of 15 to 50K had an average tax cut of 16 to 26% in 2018, the first year that the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act went into effect, and the most recent year for which data is available. Filers who earned 50 to 100 received a tax cut of 15 to 70%, and the earners of 100 to 500 saw an AGI, an adjusted gross income saw their personal income tax cut by around 11 to 13%. By comparison, no income group with an AGI of at least 500,000 received an average tax cut exceeding 9%, and the average tax cut for brackets starting at 1 million was less than 6%. Is the $2 million claim in here, or? Okay, wait. When it says that, what do you think that means?
In terms of what?
When it's
He doesn't no idea. Did I explain? I shouldn't have given him anything. I shouldn't have said anything past. I should have said, just tell me, just walk me through what you think that means.
says, for instance, that filers who earned 50, or wait, we'll do no income group with an AGI of at least 500,000 received an average tax cut exceeding 9%, and the average tax cut for brackets starting at 1 million was less than 6%.
And if you keep reading somewhere in there,
So the
He doesn't know what a tax bracket is. This is such an unserious conversation. This is so unserious. Why?
so there were tax cuts for people that earned over $2 million, right?
I don't know. Because Does it say that?
What, isn't 2 million more than 500K?
It doesn't have to say that.
It says
You can just
over-
look at the
What
tax
about
brackets.
Yeah, so did they adjust?
This is a comprehensive. This is an overall.
Adjust the income tax bracket for in houses that are making over $2 million?
The funny thing is, as he talks, you realize how retarded he is, right? So that if he actually understood anything about taxes, the phrasing he's looking for, not the phrasing, he's looking for, I don't even know if what he's saying is true, but what he means to be saying is your overall effective tax rate. The effective tax rate is what you're going to be paying after all of your different deductions and anything else that might impact how much you pay in tax at the end of the day. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for your effective tax rate. But he doesn't know that. He doesn't know anything about taxes. So in his mind, he's trying to grab what I'm saying, but he's saying, well, there must be an actual printed tax bracket increase somewhere, I guess, right? Because he has no idea. He doesn't know the first thing about taxes. But it's actually crazy to me that he'd be confident enough to try to fight on this point.
Did they adjust the income tax bracket for in houses that are making over $2 million?
No.
Okay, that's not how that works. I don't know how to explain that to you.
Fine.
Yeah. There might be SALT deductions or something.
I don't know why I'm being... it's because I just want to be an asshole. Oh, and he was super polite before the debate. I'll probably never debate this guy again. If I do, it will be brutal, though, because this guy started acting like a loser on Twitter for no reason, I think like 2 weeks ago. If he would have done that in advance, there's a reason why these pussy always have so much energy on Twitter, and in real life, they're the most submissive, like on their knees in front of you in the universe. It's actually humiliating. I would kill myself if I acted as shy and quiet and feminine and as submissive as this guy did in real life. If I acted that way to somebody in real life and I shit talk him online immediately after, I would be so humiliated to do it. Oh my God.
I think if you cap your state and local tax deductions, or if you have other types
I should have sat on, if I would have sat on this point for the rest of the interview. Actually, I would have just refused to move on. Like, if you can't explain to me how a tax bracket works, we're not even into any hard point on a conversation about taxes. You can't explain this. Why the f are you even pretending to be able to have this conversation?
Taxes, they might impact the amount of money that you save, but when the brackets fall, if you just have ordinary income, then it doesn't matter if you're making 2 million or 10 million. Anything over 600K is going to be less tax that you pay.
I'm sorry, but is this not a progressive tax cut that Progressive used to champion behind?
Like, somebody told him that phrase, progressive tax cut, in that the overall percentage saved of income was higher at the bottom end than at the top end. That's what he's trying to explain, but he doesn't have the concepts in place, so he just has that memorized term of progressive tax cut, and he wouldn't be able to explain what that means or how what he's talking about would even fit into that.
Or what would you like to see?
I'm just looking at the tax brackets.
I know. What would you like to see that's better?
And then he tries to pivot, which he probably does, because then we probably get out of this, but yeah.
You want to pay more taxes yourself?
What? No, paying taxes more as an individual doesn't really help much. I think we should rather try to find out
General, in general.
Jesus. Yeah, this guy started posting these huge breakdowns with like ChatGPT saying that he won. And it's so unbelievably cringe. Look at his prompt. AI analyzed my debate against Destiny. It concluded that David Kite, is that how you pronounce his name? Wins the debate based on factual accuracy, argument strength, rhetorical effectiveness. Wait, where do you see his prompt? To ensure a fair and non-biased assessment of my recent debate with Destiny, I submitted the entire raw transcript of our exchange to ChatGPT and asked for an objective analysis. Here's how that process was structured. Debatetranscript.pdf. Why did he submit a PDF? Couldn't you just ask it to look at the debate? Here's a transcript of my debate against Destiny. I want you to analyze the debate based on accuracy of facts and strength of argument. I want you to take into account major falsehoods, like Destiny claiming intent matters when violating USC 1325. Wait, why would he include that? Wait, why would you include the prompt if you're gonna lie? If you're gonna bias the prompt? Hold on. Time to ask my good friend Grok. All right, Grok, here we go. Hello, Grok. No! I pushed enter, my bad. Hello, what's on your mind today? Sorry, okay. Here is a debate between two online political debaters. I don't know. Here's a debate between two people. Can you, do I say analyze the transcript? Just watch it? Can you watch it and give me a breakdown on how you felt each person did in the debate? Rate them based on their factual accuracy, their, well, They're... Give it the transcript? Why? I should be able to just link him the YouTube video. He can watch it. He's not retarded. The strength of their arguments, he needs the transcript? No! He's smart. He can do it. F you. I don't think they can watch videos. What? What? Hold on. You know what? Hold on. I'll ask it. Are you able to do a debate breakdown of this YouTube video? Question mark. Let's search for transcripts or summaries to get the content. He can. He is doing it. Oh, you lied to me. F you guys. Now I didn't even ask him the real question. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait. He f***ed up. Wait. The video seems to be Ben Shapiro versus Destiny debate on Lex Friedman podcast number 410. Wait, no. Wait. That's not what I gave you. Oh, God. It's literally just Googling transcripts? No, that would be so stupid. Oh, look. He's figuring it out. He's so smart. He said... The video title is Destiny versus David Cage debate, blah, blah, blah. I initially thought it was Ben Shapiro versus Destiny, but the URL points to a different debate. Since it's recent, transcripts might not be available yet. Exploring transcript options. Oh, see, he's looking. He's... Okay. Okay, I'll let him think for a little bit. So if you give it a transcript, it could have skipped this, right? He's smart enough not to need one. You think he can't watch a YouTube video, bro? Wait, no, why are you doing this? Wait! David Kite posted ChatGPT gave him 4.1 out of 5 and Destiny 3.3 out of 5 based on the transcript. No, that's not, he used ChatGPT. Can you pause? Wait. Look at this guy's less biased prompt. Oh, I like this one because it gives me a better grade. What was this guy's prompt? Analyze this debate. Who won? Who gave more accurate statements? Oh. Look at all those A's. Oh my God. Okay, okay, Jesus. ChatGPT did a big old thing. Who won? ChatGPT. Okay, Grok says, now I don't know where he's getting his thing, okay? But Grok says, Destiny excelled in delivery, composure, and audience engagement, e.g. dismantling rhetoric with data, weak in factual accuracy, 5+ errors, some core like IRS figures and USC 1325 intent, relied on pivots and generalizations when pressed, according to @Gravtum he cites for that tweet. AI grades 3.3 out of 5 B in biased analysis, but higher in neutral ones, factor-driven, steer debate effectively, and cites Dave Nuremberg on that. David Kite, he says, strong on factual counters, e.g. deficit increases, child tax credit, and layered arguments against overreach, weak in emotional reactivity, structure, and evidence depth, often unhinged per observers, losing composure. AI grades 4.1 out of 5 in his prompted analysis, but lower neutrality, according to Gravtum. And then who won? Based on neutral AI evaluations and X reactions, Destiny edges out due to better logic, clarity, and control, despite some factual slips, making his case more persuasive overall. Kite scored points on facts, but undermined them with poor rhetoric. Community split. Destiny fans call it a slaughter. Kite denied saying California pays for everything seconds after, for example, while Kite claims AI victory via biased prompts. Substantiated verdict, Destiny won on substance and style, but both need better fact-checking for credibility. Thank you. Grok. Grok is the best. We stand Grok here. Is this going to be the future? Is us just like using AI against each other? Here is transcript of the debate. I want you to analyze the debate based on accuracy of facts and strengths of arguments. I want you take in, nice typo dipshit. I want you to take in account of major falsehoods by both debaters. Factually accurate claims. Destiny. Cool. David. Ooh, false or misleading claims. Uh-oh. David. Destiny. Claims Trump did nothing for immigration reform. Well, I did say he did executive orders. Not very impressive ChatGPT, but okay. Dismissal of border crisis concern. Destiny sometimes brushes off the salience of border issues despite widespread bipartisan concern. Good one. Claim that immigration doesn't affect average Americans. This doesn't affect him personally and implies minimal impact. This overlooks regional resource strain like New York City and Chicago. even if not universal. I'm not from New York City or Chicago. Strongest arguments. Weakest arguments. Destiny correctly supports reform, but underplays the public's concerns and offers little in terms of real-time solutions beyond pass a bill. That darn legislation. Conclusion, debate quality. Factual accuracy. Checkbox, checkbox, checkbox. Ooh, we got the X's. Policy depth. Oh, okay. Emotional appeals. Does that mean I made one or I didn't make any and I should have? Rhetorical strength. Biggest falsehood. Trump did nothing. Exaggeration. David. 2 million earners paid more tax. False. Best policy argument. IRS funding a deficit. And he said Medicaid inefficiency and fraud. Ugh, that was such a dog shit argument from him. Destiny provided more accurate data and structured policy reasoning, while David relied heavily on emotional appeal, rhetorical traps, and cherry-picked stats, though he made a few strong points on inefficiency and tax perception. You know what? I'll take it. We take those.